So the popular place for people to go out and go for a jog out in West Bloomfield, but now joggers and those that just want to exercise, take a walk or bike are being warned to be on the lookout for another creepy clown.
Yeah, this time a jogger was threatened. Local 4's Lauren Podell joining us live now. Lauren, the suspect, this creepy clown, was actually armed this time.
Yeah, this was a pretty scary scene here, Rhonda and Evrod. This clown, according to the 17-year-old who literally ran into him on a trail while running yesterday, said this clown was armed with a knife. The 17-year-old ran off, called police, and police in West Bloomfield are certainly hoping they can track this creepy clown down before something worse may happen.
I can't really tell you how I really feel on camera about these kind of calls.
Patton and every other police chief who's had to multiple clown scares is getting a little sick and tired of it. This time, a 17-year-old boy jogging near Haggerty and Pontiac Trail was the target.
Where he sensed that someone was coming out of the woods nearby, and when he looked at to see who it was, he perceived the person to be what he stated was a clown-type outfit.
A mask on, some sort of red hair, earmuffs around the head, holding a large butcher knife. Whether it was real, who knows, because that teenager got out of there and ran to a nearby home. This time, no one was hurt.
There's a potential for terrible tragedy here, where someone who could be perceived to be threatened will react to what they think is a threat, and then you're going to have a real tragedy on your hands.
Law enforcement isn't alone in its disgust.
When will it stop? I mean, I just don't even know what to say.
Well, maybe they've got too much time on their hands.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people are really fed up with these clown incidents, and then when you hear that a clown has a knife or some type of weapon, look, it's just starting to get a little dangerous. Police are fed up. Something to keep in mind. If you are in this area and you have information, obviously call West Bloomfield Police, but they're also saying be on the lookout for an SUV. Witnesses saw one in that area during the time of when this 17-year-old was approached by this creepy clown. So be on the lookout for that, and if you have information, certainly pass it along. Reporting live this morning, Lauren Podell, Local 4 News Today.
All right, Lauren, thank you. A Sterling Heights man could face 40 years in prison after pleading guilty to 10 counts of child pornography. 54-year-old John Caffarelli was charged with possession of child sexually abusive materials. The Michigan Internet Crimes Against Children executed a search warrant of his home back in 2014. Caffarelli answered the door that day, partially clothed, and child pornography was on his computer. He's going to be sentenced next month.
In the city of Wayne now, one person has been hurt in a garage explosion. This happened on Pinewood Road, not far from Glenwood and Newburgh. We're told that someone was running an illegal marijuana grow operation and using a pressure cooker and butane, and that is what caused the explosion. A 30-year-old man was taken to the hospital with some serious burns, and right now police are investigating.
Well, 3 weeks after an 85-year-old woman was shoved and robbed in St. Clair Shores parking lot, police have made an arrest. Surveillance video did show the attacker. This happened at the Walgreens store on 8 Mile and Harper in St. Clair Shores. Once outside, he grabbed the woman's purse and pushed her to the ground. Police say that they were able to make the arrest after getting a tip from someone who saw the suspect on this video right here on Local 4. So glad to see some good police work there, and also some viewers very aware. Yeah, for sure.
It is 6:07. It's shutting down for the holiday. There are dozens of malls that now plan to close on Thanksgiving.
Yes, giving the employees the day off as well. The list includes several stores right here in Metro Detroit, so we'll list them all for you. Also, trouble for Toyota, the automaker announcing a big recall. We'll get to that, but first let's talk to Jason.
Good morning. NFL star Tom Brady has had enough recent controversies of his own. Now he's being pulled into the whole Donald Trump stuff. We'll pay some bills and come back and tell you about it.
Today.
We want to get to stories to watch for right now. Children's Hospital of Michigan going to be hosting a Halloween party for its pediatric patients. It will be sponsored by Spirit Halloween's Spirit of Children program, which wants to ensure children in the hospital get to enjoy Halloween. There will be costumes, decorations, and get this, even a visit from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Last year, Spirit of Children raised more than $48,000 for Children's Hospital of Michigan and a total of more than $231,000 to date.
And And the official Prince tribute concert takes place tonight in Minnesota. Performers include Stevie Wonder, Christina Aguilera, Shaka Khan, and Morris Day. And the time, the superstar passed away in April, as we all know, at his Paisley Park estate from an accidental overdose of fentanyl. He was 57 years old. We're back in a minute.
Show her you.
All right, welcome back, everybody. In the carport this morning, after what happened yesterday, Tom Brady is probably wishing that reporters would ask about Deflategate.
Yeah, tell me about it. Also, a popular coach fired over his Halloween costume. And Jason, it probably seemed like a good idea at the time considering his history, but not at this time.
That's right. Every year, Minnesota's St. Francis High School soccer coach and, I guess, prankster Ben Hildreth turns up to final practice in costume, but this year he chose the wrong one. Here's what he looks like normally. And when he showed up looking like this, he was mistaken for being part of the creepy clown craze sweeping the nation. The team got the joke, but other people did not. When the school heard about it, the coach was dismissed. The team supports him and wants him back. The school board said, no, we don't think so. Now on to Tom Brady in the carport. He abruptly ended a news conference Wednesday after a reporter asked him a question about his friend Donald Trump's locker room talk scandal. Take a listen.
How would you respond if your kids heard Donald Trump's version of locker room talk?
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Sound like Paul Harvey there. Have a good day. Good day, sir. Meanwhile, the Detroit Lions say Donald Trump's version of locker room talk does not happen in the Lions locker room. Let's go back to the desk.
It's been pretty incredible just to hear from coaches to a lot of professional athletes in all the sports, from soccer, baseball, all saying that type of talk doesn't happen in their locker room. So it's interesting that athletes were kind of offended across the board by that.
Yeah.
All right, the locker room comment is costing Trump big time here in Michigan. Ahead at 6:30, we'll show you what voters are saying about it. There are new allegations of sex assault against Trump from other women, multiple. Donald Trump's campaign fighting back against new allegations being made. Much more on that in our next half hour as we sit down over there on the couch. We'll tell you all about it. Let's go back to the desk now.
All right, sounds good. In the meantime, we do want to get you out of the door today, and it's nice that at least the rain stopped from last night.
Yeah, Brennan, you brought it at the perfect time.
Right.
All right, after the evening commute, before the morning commute.
He said as we're all going to bed.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Right. Well, you're welcome.
I knew he was going to say that.
What are the marathon runners and tailgaters Sunday going to say?
They're going to say, Brandon, thank you for pushing that rain back all the way till about
4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
How are you feeling going into this half marathon?
Yeah, so many people. I mean, thousands of people are going to be participating in the Free Press Marathon.
You'll
so
be in good company.
definitely a lot of anticipation and training.
I'm very nervous.
Aw, you're going to be
It's
awesome.
my first one.
You're ready.
And the furthest you've ran is 10 miles.
Yes,
You just
10
need to get that extra 3 on there.
3.1. I heard the 0.1 is the hardest part because you're like, I did it, and then they're like, no, you have to 0.1.
You're like a couple more steps.
Fine.
We'll be happy to report on your time come Monday.
As long as I finish. We're not running to
you're
be
finished.
fast. Yeah.
What's a marathon?
Oh, a marathon. I'll tell you, those of you at the border might want to check Kim's passport. I don't know. Kind of cool, though, that you get to cross over into Canada over the Ambassador Bridge on the marathon. Hey, Josh Strand, our photojournalist extraordinaire this morning down at Campus Martius, where they're doing the homecoming thing with Michigan State and Michigan. Over the next couple of weeks, some big events down there, including a little alumni game yesterday at Campus Martius before the rain came in. 50 degrees downtown right now with a northwest wind at about 13 miles an hour. The cold front brought the rain yesterday, and now the cool air is settling in. It always takes a little while, and so this is just, again, planting a seed and letting you know what's happening tomorrow morning. Friday morning, 2 a.m. to 9 a.m., we have a frost advisory. The Weather Service has already put this out. It does not include Wayne and Monroe counties, just not expecting temps to drop down into those low and middle 30s. Instead, probably upper 30s to low 40s, a little bit closer to Detroit and in our south zone. But just about everywhere else, the chance for some patchy frost in your neck of the woods. woods. So just watch out for that. If you've got any vegetation, any plants outside that you're still hanging on to. 48 degrees for your Thursday at 8 a.m., 52 degrees at noon, and we're going to struggle with the clouds the first half of the day. And then the sun will gradually clear for us late morning into the afternoon. 57 degrees, as good as it gets. Remember, yesterday was 75. We flipped the numbers, not in a good way, so it's going to feel cool today. We've got a rogue little shower here in central Oakland County, just south of the airport in Waterford. And this is not a big deal, but this is lake-enhanced cloud cover, northwest winds coming over the big lakes, and it's producing the clouds and maybe a couple of little drips here. But we're going to get into some nice clearing as we look out to the west. So Friday, again, this afternoon we'll see some gradual clearing, but Friday it's crisp in the morning and clear, and then sunshine, 62 tomorrow afternoon. Saturday we're at 69 degrees. We'll see clouds increasing late in the day ahead of that Sunday rainmaker for the marathon, for Lions tailgaters. Looks like 9 or 10 a.m. for a start time. Not for the race, for the rain and wind. Not great running conditions, but if you're doing the half like Kim, you could be done by the time it starts dripping out there. So she is our smart end of the weather and traffic together.
All right, thank you. Well, I just want to take a look right now with our 1-800-CALL-SAM-CHOPPER shot. We are right around I-696, just past I-275, where there are reports of an accident there, right around Drake, eastbound I-696, just past I-275. So keep that in mind for your drive on I-696. Also keep this in mind, another accident here, the westbound lanes right at I-75, westbound I-696 right at I-75. That accident on the right shoulder, so watch out for that as well. Evrod.
Kim, thank you. Let's get to your consumer headlines today. We are talking about dozens of additional stores which are closed for Thanksgiving, giving workers the day off. But first, a major recall from Toyota. Let's go live now to Maribel Aber. She's joining us from NASDAQ this morning. Let's start there.
Hey, good morning, Evrod. Well, Toyota is recalling 340,000 Prius cars worldwide due to a potentially deadly defect with a parking brake. The parking brake may not operate effectively if the driver leaves the vehicle with it in a gear other than park and the car running. So Toyota has received reports of crashes and even deaths, according to the Associated Press. Toyota declined to offer specifics on any reported incidents, but 92,000 of the 2016 and 2017 recalled vehicles are in the U.S. Okay, major mall operators closing more than 70 properties on Thanksgiving. CBL and Associates will close the doors at the malls as a way to let employees celebrate the holiday. But stores, theaters, or restaurants with exterior entrances will be allowed to open at the locations. In Michigan, the Laurel Park Mall in Livonia and Meriden Mall in Okemos will be closed for the holiday. Everett, I don't know about you. Unless you're working, I've got too many tryptophans to be any good shopping on Thanksgiving.
That is very true. A lot of people will be sleeping at home after eating instead of going out to the mall anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Maribel, thank you. Let's get to our Friday Football Frenzy featured game, and it's your time to vote. And look at who's currently in first place. We've got St. Clair Shores Lakeshore versus Marine City with 55% of the vote. In second place, Warren Woods Tower versus Port Huron Northern.
And then trailing, we have Birmingham Groves versus Farmington, Farmington Hills Harrison versus North Farmington, and Ann Arbor Huron versus Adrian. And you can still vote all the way through today up until tomorrow morning. Voting doesn't end until 9 a.m. So head on over to clickondetroit.com and search Football Frenzy, or you can /4Frenzy to cast your vote. Good luck to all the games.
All right, so there's a 911 operator who says that she sometimes does not feel like talking. I can relate.
Well, that's about to change. New at 6 o'clock, why she's now in need of help herself. And moms and dads need to listen to this one. A growing number of parents are sending the wrong messages to their children, but don't even realize it until it's too late.
And before we go to break, let's meet today's Facebook friend for today. This is Beth Habel from Howell, and she loves fall colors, apples, and cider. And just for being our Facebook friend of the day, we're going to send you a Big B gift card so you can enjoy a nice warm beverage on us.
Yes, and we just want to remind everybody else, don't forget to like the Local 4 Facebook page. Once you're there, there's a Friend of the Day tab. Click on that and then upload a picture, tell us a little something about yourself, and you could win something for free, and also get to have your picture on TV for being our Friend of the Day. Have a good day, Beth. We'll be right back.
It's fall and Halloween is just around the corner. We want to know what fall means to you. We want you to snap a picture of something that falls under the umbrella of fall and upload that picture to the Local 4 Facebook page right now, and you could win one of these awesome Local 4 News Today umbrellas. Take a look at this. Bam. Shed Rain, our friends created these umbrellas for us with the Local 4 News Today emblem on them. And we've been opening the umbrella inside without worry. You do have to come down to the station to collect your prize. Again, a special thanks to Shed Rain and these great umbrellas, very needed yesterday and again on Sunday and maybe Monday of next week. 'Tis the season. This morning's Under the Umbrella winner is Cynthia Kostukov of Clinton Township. I'm sure I didn't say that right, Cynthia. I apologize. But this picture was taken in Detroit after sharing dinner with some homeless friends. She brought dinner down, and Cynthia will now win this Local 4 News Today umbrella. Good work. Good job throwing those leaves up in the air. Good job helping those who are without. You are a champion and a winner, Cynthia. All right, let's get to the weather and traffic part of this, and we are looking pretty good today. You know, we had a tale of two different weather stories yesterday with warm 70s, and then that rain came sharp last night. Well, the cold front is pushed through, so 50 degrees and cloudy outside right now. We're probably going to stay in the upper 40s to near 50 for the next several hours, and gradual clearing in the skies means a little afternoon sun, but only 57 degrees today.
All right, well, we have a look right now with our Sky 4 chopper over that accident eastbound I-696, just past I-275, right before Drake. You can see the left lane blocked there. And you know I-696, a very busy area this morning, so with one lane blocked, you definitely want to expect a slowdown there.
All righty, Kim, thank you. To 625, let's get to your good health this morning. And there are new questions on the credibility of mammograms.
Yes, there's a study that shows that women are more likely to be diagnosed with a small tumor that won't grow than she is to have a problem actually detected early. But researchers stress that mammograms do catch some deadly cancers and save lives. They also say that the findings raise new questions about overtreatment. The work could further shift the balance of whether screening harms outweighs its benefits. And also, a new government report reveals half of American women aged 15 to 44 expect to have a child in the future.
And that's a significant increase since 2002. Women who have not yet had children, younger women, and those who have never been married were more likely to want a child in the future. Data also showed women now expect to have 2.2 children? Really? In their life?
I wonder what that 0.2 child looks like.
Yeah. Let's just say 2. We're going to round down. This actually is a decrease since 2002. Very interesting.
Yeah. Well, it is 6:26 here on your Thursday morning, and coming up next at 6:30, we'll get you updated with stories out of Ann Arbor, Marine City, and Troy.
And today's top video is one the Detroit Lions should take a look at. This is going to be really interesting. It's a 100-yard punt by a high schooler, and as Bernie Sanders, as Bernie Smilovitz would say, we've got highlights coming up. Man, oh man.
We want him on the Lions, right? We'll be right back, everybody.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's time for today's top video. It takes us down over to Indiana, where a high school football kicker punted a ball 100 yards.
Officially, Jack Rogers was credited with a 92-yard punt since his team's line of scrimmage was at the 8-yard line. But Rogers punted the ball from the goal line, and the ball landed just across the opposite goal line when it stopped rolling there, which means the ball traveled a total of 70 yards in the air. I'm sure that he is getting some calls from colleges.
Oh, yeah.
It's impressive. We're back in a minute.
The lazy.
We are following breaking news this morning of 2 Boston police officers shot in the line of duty. They're now in critical condition after a shootout with a suspect.
New trouble for Donald Trump. He's losing ground among Michigan voters, but gaining new accusers.
A cold front brought the rain, and cool air has already settled in. The Weather Service issuing a frost advisory, not for today, but we'll talk about the cool air that's coming.
Right. The kids at home were gasping. No, it's going to be cold walk to school and the bus stop, and then they were relieved. No frost today.
That is some good.
Do you need to drink that water?
I'm still a little thirsty. I was hoping nobody saw that.
Of course they saw it. He's like on the sly.
Well, in that
I'm sure nobody is watching. Well, while Everett drinks his water, let's get over for a look at the forecast, Brandon.
Not as slick as I thought.
Could have just put it like right here. It matches with your tie. Just put it right in the middle there. Nobody looking. All right, good morning. We've got 50-degree temperatures in a lot of spots, including Metro Airport, City Airport. Port Huron is at 48, and these northwest winds anywhere from 8 miles an hour to about 14 miles an hour. Certainly does make it feel a little bit cooler. 48-ish at 8 a.m. as you head out. Feeling a little bit cooler with that breeze that probably will be a little bit stiffer this morning than the afternoon. And as a result, the winds stronger in the morning over the big lakes keep the lake enhanced clouds through the morning hours. So still a little bit cloudy at lunch, 52. And then as the winds relax, start to see a little bit more sunshine and a high only of about 57 degrees today, cooling off quickly tonight and overnight. One little area of some spritzes and sprinkles over northern Oakland County, Commerce Township up to Waterford, but the big picture shows some clearing. We had the cold front and those rain showers yesterday evening, but it's pushing and sliding off to the east. So once we get into the sun, we start to see those clear skies for the next couple of days, and that does mean that we're in for some frosty conditions come Friday, and we'll take a closer look at that coming up. But right now, let's get it over to Kim DeJulio and for live traffic. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, we are tracking some trouble this morning along I-696. Take a look here. Eastbound I-696 just past I-275 right around Drake. There is an accident there. The left lane is blocked, and yes, we are already seeing delays in that area, so expect some slowdowns. Also on I-696, the westbound side right at I-75, there is an accident there as well. This one blocking the right shoulder, so not affecting any lanes, but still seeing delays in that area too. Now let's get a live check at our roads with our 1-800-CALL-SAM Chopper shot. This is I-96 right at Novi Road. Your commute through Novi, if you are traveling eastbound, looks kind of slow right now, pretty backed up probably because of that I-696 accident right past I-275. Back to you.
Thank you, Kim. It is 6:33, and the man charged with viciously attacking 2 EMT workers with a box cutter while they were trying to help someone else is in court today on that case and 2 other violent crimes.
Yeah, today we do expect to learn what evidence police have from the attack on the first responders.
Our Lauren Podell has the story.
This is a day over a year in the making. The man who attacked 2 Detroit EMTs, Michael Montgomery, scheduled to be sentenced today, but that attack is certainly not the only thing he will be spending time behind bars for.
It didn't hurt, but I remember it because he punched me first. So I remember him cutting me.
Kelly Adams and her partner Alfredo Rojas, the 2 EMTs attacked while on the job, have been on a long road to recovery with help from friends, fundraisers, and healing.
This is all fixable. I don't know where my head's at. I can say today I'm all right.
Nearly 1 year after they were slashed with a box cutter in the back of their ambulance, the man charged in their attack, Michael Montgomery, will be sentenced today, not only for that crime, but for 2 other horrific cases he was linked to, including one in December of 2005. Montgomery was charged in the kidnapping, torture, and sexual assault of a 33-year-old woman in a Detroit alley. And then another attack 1 month later in January of 2006, charged in the murder and sexual assault of a 16-year-old girl. But Montgomery took a plea deal. His first-degree murder and felony murder charges dismissed. 4 lives changed by 1 man, and today they'll seek justice.
Now Montgomery, who is in his early 30s, did dodge spending the rest of his life in prison on that first-degree murder charge since it was dismissed. He will be charged today on lesser counts, 2 lesser counts, second-degree murder and only 1 count of first-degree CSC. Local 4 will be there for that sentencing. Reporting this morning, Lauren Podell, Local 4 News Today.
We want to get to breaking news that we are continuing to follow for you this morning out of Boston. That's where 2 police officers are in extreme critical condition after they were shot by a man wearing body armor and armed with an assault rifle. We're getting this new information just into the newsroom. They were responding to a report of a domestic disturbance. The officers were shot multiple times. They have gone through surgery overnight. We also learned that the suspect was shot and killed by other responding officers. Here at home, the children of a man shot and killed by a security guard in Detroit have a lot of questions. This incident happened on Tuesday. You might remember. It was near an apartment complex at 7 Mile Road in West McNichols. Police are saying that 53-year-old Melvin Johnson was stealing construction materials when the security guard chased after him, and when he wouldn't stop, she fired shots. Johnson was a father of 7 who did house calls fixing people's cars, and his family believes it's all a big misunderstanding, and they believe that he might have been in the area to fix someone's car.
It was a horrible situation for both parties in the situation, but she never should have been in that position with a firearm in her hand to do a police officer's job.
The family has set up a GoFundMe account to help with funeral expenses.
Troy police say that a teen found a woman drunk and passed out in a neighbor's flower bed. They say the 34-year-old Kristen Gettings ended up there after nearly running over 10 people in a nearby bank parking lot with her SUV. When police arrested her, they say she resisted and tried to escape, causing a minor injury to one of the officers. Gettings is charged with OWI and resisting arrest.
A Detroit woman now is accused of child neglect after she left her baby alone in a car while she went to a job interview. A person saw that 9-month-old crying inside of the car in a parking lot in Troy, and they called police. When the 26-year-old mother returned, she told police that she had been in an interview at a nearby business and had no one to watch her child, but she desperately needed that job. The baby was found sweating, thankfully is going to be okay, and the grandmother was given custody of that child.
Police say that these 2 boys broke into Marine City High School, and now they want to know who these young men are. Take a close look. This happened back in September. They entered the building and walked around during school hours. They were seen leaving the middle school's locker room, which is attached to the building. Police say that a pair of tennis shoes and a football jersey were stolen from a locker. Neither of these boys go to the high school or the middle school, so administrators there are concerned. If you recognize them, give Marine City Police a call.
Now we want to go live to New York and check in with Matt and Savannah to see what they're working on for the Today Show.
Yes, good morning.
Hey, Rhonda, Evrod, nice to see you both.